Well, I'd better wrap up because Mayor Adams told me earlier that I needed to make this one very quick, especially the city has reserved this room for a large group of illegal aliens coming in from Texas. That's right, they've reserved many rooms. Ronnie Jackson, Doc Ronnie, he was my doctor, great doctor at the White House. When he was a doctor, they asked him the question. He was up in the podium, who's the healthiest? Because he was the doctor for Barack Hussein Obama, Donald Trump, and he was the doctor for Bush also. They said, who's the healthiest of them all? He said, without question, it's Donald Trump. And I said, I like that guy. By the way, he gave me the nicest endorsement. He said, the country's going to fail. You should do the same thing, Joe, because you cannot be voting for Kamala. Kamala, you're not a Kamala person. I know you. Without speaking to you, I think I know you maybe almost as well as your wife. I have watched you for so many years. You're not a Kamala person. You're a Khabib person. But you're not a Kamala person. I went to Abe of Japan. I said, Shinzo, look, the trade deal is so bad. We're friends, but I have to renegotiate the trade deal. And he said to me, I knew that would happen. I said, why did you know? Because you're right, it's so one-sided.
Wow.
It's like, he said, I knew you'd catch us. As an example, they'll send us millions of cars. We're not allowed to send them any. We were sending them practically nothing. It was like everything was one way. Viktor Orban, one of the most respected men, Prime Minister of Hungary, they said, why is the whole world blowing up? 3 years ago it wasn't. Why is it blowing up? He said, because you need Trump back as president. China was afraid of him. North Korea was afraid of him. Russia was afraid of him. The most respected, most feared person is Donald Trump. We had no problems when Trump was president. Obama thought we were going to go to war with North Korea. When I met with Obama just prior to the takeover, I said, what's the biggest problem? He said, North Korea. By the time I finished, we had no problem with North Korea. It was a little tough at the beginning, remember? He said, I have a red button on my desk. I said, I have a red button also, but mine's bigger than yours and mine works. And then one day I got a call from him, meaning his people. They wanted to meet. They wouldn't meet Obama. He tried to meet. They wouldn't even talk to him about it. And we checked their nuclear stockpile. It is substantial. And I said, do you ever do anything else? Why don't you go take it easy and relax? Go to the beach. You have beautiful beach, nice beachfront property. You know, kiddingly. I said, you're always building nuclear. Just relax. You don't have to do it. Let's build some condos on your shoreline. And he said, I just have to do it because I need it for my safety, etc. I got to know him very well. We had no problem with him. If you have a smart president, you're not going to have a problem.
What do you say to voters who have concerns about your capabilities to serve?
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them. We made it public. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one, a real easy one. Like go through the first 5 questions. He couldn't do it. But I took 2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter.
President Biden?
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way,
He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap. 8.
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Mr. President, you recently said of Vice President Harris, quote, I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. Why do you believe it's appropriate to weigh in on the racial identity of your opponent?
I don't, and I don't care. I don't care what she is. I don't care. You make a big deal out of something, I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words, so I'm
I
asking...
don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and then I read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her. But she was defund the police. She was all these transgender operations. You know, if you wanted a sex change and you were in detention and you demanded a sex change, they would give you a sex change.
Well, the wildest one is this idea of giving free sex change to illegal immigrants.
That's right. In detention.
If you just walked here from Guatemala, you need to become
That's
a girl.
right. But she was in favor of it. Now she changed. She changed 15 policies. In fact, I'm going to send her a MAGA cap.
She stole your idea about no tax for tips.
I came up with this idea that honestly nobody ever heard of. Now, it took her 2 months, and she just put it into a little speech.
Yeah.
If you take a look at the border of Texas, the governor called me, Greg Abbott. He said, you want every single town on the border, and these towns were always blue. They were a dark, strong blue, and we want every single town up and down the border in Texas. We won with married women. What about unmarried women? What happened to unmarried women? To me, the most beautiful word in the dictionary today is the word tariff. It's more beautiful than love. It's more beautiful than anything. I actually thought about not doing jokes tonight. I was going to come out here and say, listen, our country is doing very badly. This is not about jokes. And then some person said, you have to do jokes. I said, I don't want to. There's nothing funny about what's happening to our country. And I actually meant that. I was going to do that. But they convinced me to say some of the things I said tonight. I don't know if they were funny or not, but hey, you think this is easy standing up here and doing this? In front of half a room that hates my guts and the other half loves me? Half of us love me, well, maybe it's, I think 75% love me. Kamala goes on 60 Minutes, gave an answer that a child wouldn't give. It was so bad. And 60 Minutes took the answer out, and they put another answer in.
They edited it deceptively.
Which didn't make sense either, but it was better. They took it wasn't editing. It was fraud. This was not editing. I think it's the biggest scandal in broadcast history, what happened to CBS. So you have CBS 60 Minutes. That's a news program. It's not an entertainment program. This is election interference and fraud.
What's your name?
Name.
Now, he's supposed to look like Donald Trump, but he's actually much too good looking. You are really handsome. Are you having a good time tonight?
Night.
Where's your daddy? And your mommy, right? Do you want to go back to them, or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
Trump.